Quick one, huh? Only that ya dear bina sabi idea funny common sense tima. You always gauge the emotions and the sentiments of people around.
That's right.
For instance. But there are certain things that Akuffo Addo or sometimes you begin to wonder, say, yeah, I'm crying, you see a nipa. Tetina, ya tetina, titil so behunyansa. So, you don't offend the other guy. What I say, about gauging the emotions of the other guy. Me, I'm my president. And all that I'm seeking to do is to rename existing institutions after my family people. Without realizing, say, na adị nye me see na se meto din no kura na mame nsibi na se me sesa din obi ahun se oh waya bi but nipa asabi ankura adwene na woni tim no he doesn't engage sa nema we nyina o manya tumi na maba ne de mame nsesa din no enti university se wo kroma sei wabọ modern asesa ne din ni nyina asesa chese nkrofo party fo
secret them
Alaska, adwene ebu oman no adwene mu ha to the stand say and sometimes you can have a president who is gullible and it is possible because it's an individual but the question is say enti ni padom mo twa ne ho asia ni nyina nso ye gullible ana
council of elders
ben
of the party
no mo kwotena say ya gina partum no na obi kwotena so so gina potum a council of elders enja last na me bi say council of elders no mo ye nkora na mo ye mpanimfo because I'm confused because no reasonable person our politics as me kwakwa say na ponko ya reanimate like how what has happened America no so you see politics na yenti ase yet we think it is us and them ye ne omo ntokwa nti yenya tumi na de epe and ye de ye because anya sa de na besi a obia ni say Independence Day even that day on that declaration day you know Kwame Nkrumah was on the stage obia nim yeah because you see Kwame Nkrumah no ba Ghana na oni hwe o oba no obi say ni suitcase kakraka na kura no ntade nkwa na gum wamfa ye fense telephone kura mfa bia makroma and the books niam the buy ya no because the cultural the guy school in the US then he moved back to London say oba be law unfortunately the law no here no he tried to pass the exams one it didn't go through for him second and go through amano and why worried ndo no to no why frustrated dada ndi call no buy say he should come back to Ghana no oba that is why order the hu nyina shame no nkofo am kofra no buy no na some were lawyers and as for and they were doing that full time. So the first say oh akra we dey say on there onya lawyer nti onu beti anya full time.
That's right.
So sika kra am so we dey man at that time £25 so say dey ben no. At some point Nkrumah no ko no kosia ahemfo no ba onya ne sika ne kakra nti no sometimes say sika kra so nya biem. And he was engaging the people and the people are responding to him. So while these people see this thing as some kind of a vocation many part-time you know Nkrumah took it as a vocation. To him, it wasn't a vocation. It was a full-time job for him.
Okay.
That is why he was trekking over. Only that significant influence. So this guy, the accommodated into independence. Not political movement, because at some point, ideologically, there were differences. And I can't self-government now. Self-government within shortest possible time. The ideological differences are quite striking. So at that point, they couldn't coexist anymore. Now, so the movement, now independence. Akuffo to lead other African countries because Ghana independence. Do you know that Nkrumah is the first person to become president in the Sub-Saharan Africa?
That's right.
Because he was the first person to Ghana in the independence, and then he went ahead within 10 years, to inspire 31 other African countries to be independent.
And I don't think that's a gateway.
Yes, and then now what about you? Ghana, Guinea,
that's right.
Ghana, Guinea, Mali. Go and ask why Sadia no Omoka the role that Nkrumah played. Okoya could do Egypt, Ethiopia, and as Oko African Union. They say yes, Omoda is on Nkrumah state on this. Now, my Kosi and Papa Kosi.
Do you know that just recently upon sir or no a defeat we were. One of the countries are normally almost celebrating Nkrumah. And almost catching and say, shouldn't be good. Now, this is the founder of Ghana's independence.
Yes.
Yes.
And we see a childish display of hatred. Then I say for me not here, I bet me about some empower them.
That's right.
But on radio, so I have a conversation and maybe show some empower them. We have to be professional and do things. You cannot seek to rewrite the political history of this country, Alaska. And on some over the years, near more my Nkrumah no cry said, Omunya, they will take him from Weno to say onano na me no be here interview you can no be some say 2 CD note be a mouse try na wait that so no who says can be system
no
it's not
good says can strategically can all of a sudden you free system no. So the idea say Nkrumah and a in charge, you know, and as on the lead independence, I had your makumum no. They've never supported that idea.
That's right.
From day one. And the omu yen yina that's any money. And I make us say, and you come Nkrumah mami and papa nanze ma for the catch a Ghana for yen celebrating no. Saubo bra papa. People remember what you did.
Right.
And it's the reason why across the continent, you know, and as Africa has said, you know, Obi abo Kwame Nkrumah din, and people respect him. Metesena Peter Odochi. Can be.
That's right.
Nigeria, Papa, where you. What is Papa, we're growing up, Robian in the Rua and Nkrumah play and as for, but ye Pobia man out disrespecting. It should not come from his own country. In Samuna and Apoko General stage is all kind of, is all kind of qua. One kind of qua, Debbie down qua letter na, war kind of. There is a person who was that man. Let a new crown, Alaska, let a new crown out the children.
That's right.
There is a person all true to Abrofono.
Okay.
That man, a woman.
Mamin kind of me.
Yes, kind of portion.
I see, dear Obida, I exceedingly regret delay in replying to your 2 letters. That man in Nkrumah.
Good. So how is it different from the Nana stages and all kind of?
More Nkrumah no.
What I say?
Say Nkrumah no.
The message be Obi send by. I say Alaska. Topic now more discuss about the Founders Day. No, I say the contribution alone. He say. And as you can say, he no we taking Ghana through this mess. Ewa Ghana ha. Yeah, more ministers of state by a bebo Nanado Dean, said Nanado's government. So by extension, Dr. Kwame Nkrumah is the founder. And he said, "No, you see a bo abide it." I say, "Me Nanado dan Akuffo Addo ma abide," because government, you know, you are with people, but who now hear the arrowhead.
Yes, Alaska. Nanti what he say channel be fan say your fan say yeah ade bi na say ahoto aye the best radio station in the whole of Africa. So who do you think say we are going to write names of CPSU host, morning show host, way host like a boom?
No.
Every akra we di kra mpie ho.
That's right.
All Akodi award recently. Yebo eyi Nana Yadi.
No.
Nana Yadi is a producer.
That's right.
Yawo eyi technicians.
That's right.
Yawo what's the name of Nikwe?
Your programs manager. Your general manager.
Very good.
Your CEO.
Date na yam bomb din say worth of effort an award onya. It's as a result of them. Into yeba will bo obi ani.
Alaska. So it has always been like that. So Akuffo Addo as a president now in the Samre no oni adwuma bia ye. Anything na uhu na oye san o di sansem hunu we. Ana adano mo ye no they don't even respect Ghanaians because anka Akuffo Addo ewo obuoma Ghana fo a nka ono da bi otedam su the state or the Ghana come and you will not have the energy to come and lecture us on history.
No sense.
Now on my president open so on my cabinet to the sense you declare say ntimi ntua ye ka. Oh, look at the credit agencies. Look at Ghana today. Socially, politically, economically, nothing is working for us. All you have to do is to be on your knees and apologize to Ghana, fix the mess. Now to the lecture, the guy is a confused old man. I think we need to just get it.
Mera say, Mrina can match Eddie Amam Ebrina Copa Eddie KK. OSP finally wa clear John Dramani Mahama. Now, me my preliminary comment, you know, me the genesis of the whole thing. I'm saying we know, but who share the Ejapa document now? Page 33, paragraph 5. Ejapa document, you know, page 33, paragraph 5. Just John Mahama Ejapa Airbus here womb. Airbus page 33, paragraph 5. Enuni Osha page 33, paragraph 5. No, or see the 2020 elections would not be easy for us with current happenings. We need to sit up. Why are we so quiet on the Airbus scandal? Yes, we know we haven't found enough to indict Mahama, but a lot of Ghanaians were buying into our approach. Why have we stopped? It is time to go back to the drawing board. we must make sure we use the court system to help us damage the NDC beyond repair. Let us start prosecuting people. That is why we put our people there. Otherwise, we have a problem.
Alaska. Menya can DJ short cross. Menya can bo enyom bi ma Yesu edunkunim.
Remember to you go kasa.
Na kan be me there. Na me die. Hwe. Me wo OSP the reports.
Okay.
Let's start with paragraph 14. Item number 516. Or see, in July 2020, the OSP sought through the ministry, no, before a no crap home. And let me skip that one and the perims. Maybe President Mahama then. So 5.21.
Within time frame.
Yes, 5.21. Or see, former President Mahama stated on or about 14th April 2019, during the presidency of former President John Evans Atta Mills, the Airbus submitted a proposal to the government of Ghana designed to replace all the aging Air Force's transport fleet comprising Fokker F-27 BN2 Defender and the Skyvan. Following a comparative analysis of various aircraft, a recommendation was made to the effect that the United States government should be engaged to facilitate the acquisition of C-27J Spartan aircraft. However, it is turned out the year 2012 initially agreed for the delivery of the aircraft was impractical, and the purchase price has increased substantially. 5.2. Subsequently, the Air Force was constrained to consider other options. After a selection review, it opted for the Kasasi 295 aircraft from Airbus because it met its operational requirement as a much cheaper cost. Equally important, delivery of the aircraft was guaranteed for the end of 2011. The Air Force accordingly wrote to the Minister for Defense of its choice.
Okay.
And you said, Domama,
they wrote for.
Yes,
for
it was the Air Force. And I'm not sure. Yamba 5.27. I see, former Mahama further stated he never received any bribe or inducement or gained any personal benefit or advantage from the procurement of aircraft for Ghana, and that Airbus did not make any such allegation against him. Now, before I can say, ni brother no or a guru boy, the report no, where the buy no. Your friend is saying, Mahama Nibrana Foster, somewhere Mahama no.
That's right.
Was started this business long ago. And not only Ghana. Was started with Kenya, Ethiopia, and others. A report, item number 528. On his part, Samuel Adam Foster stated he unequivocally denied the accusation against him that he was involved in any bribery activity with Ghanaian public officials or any individual on behalf of Airbus. He recounted that from late 2009 to approximately 2015-16, he served legitimately as a consultant and business partner for Airbus, contributing across all its sectors, encompassing projects in Ghana, Uganda, Kenya, Nigeria, and Suriname, as required by Airbus. It's another breath, no, ni brother, no, and yes, or buyer because Ghana, ni brother, vice president.
So that was why OSP can say a coincidence.
It's just a coincidence. Say this guy, Eduma Oye, and almost can be about bribe. So Wakoji bribe. Look, within those sectors, no, say, Ebedu baby Airbus had a problem about aircraft sometimes crash and into a lot of people were not going there. Until Omumali some chance to Obia Omo Enimdie the sale of aircraft, and Samuel Mahama was part of it.
Okay.
As part of it, no, he decided to go in for a lot of customers, and so the customers back more percentage.
Exactly.
Now, so the law of Omudieno, if you have a blood relation with any leading member within any country, no, you don't have to involve yourself.
Okay.
Because conflict of interest, baby. Into almost pesa. Now, so this one they don't know. Into during the negotiation, Samuel Mahama was not part of the Ghana negotiation on count.
Okay.
Because they realized that he had a blood relation with John Dramani Mahama, who is a vice president. Sure. Me, Debbie Ameka, I case we buy no under Musho na Mekaye. Say me Kenneth Kabukofi Kano, the vice chairman of NDC Adam constituency. May they make a position put you online. Assume me say Airbus investigation by out. Say John Mahama is complicit. I will resign as a member of NDC.
I remember you stated something like that.
Yes, look, because I knew the man called John Dramani Mahama. This nature, he will never do it. Compare John Dramani Mahama to this current state and the capturing of our state properties. John Dramani Mahama, and he'd been vindicated. Look, this is the motive of MPP4. So okay, almost say at time the first ever in the history of Ghana,
right.
Say a president investigate or set a commission to investigate an alleged Airbus scandal against John Dramani Mahama, which is never true. Who beside MPP ni say, okay, who is the chairman of that investigation team? Omotimi Bonidi, secretary Omotimi Bon, which shows is part of the figment of imagination of MPP. Before say, let's throw anything about. To the extent say, Yebehu President Mahama said he had a challenge with corruption. It had been stated. Where NDC ni neka.
Right.
President Nanado ni nipa neka. And if you come to look, time I will just go on and on and on to tell you say, look, 6-1. Or say indeed, it seems to the OSP that the only reason why the Airbus Ghana deal found its way into UK and US DPA were the fact that former President Mahama and Samuel Adam Foster were brothers of the same full blood. That's the reason why John Mahama didn't be. Apart from John Mahama had nothing. Until and then NPP Bisom say, which of the bribery allegation are you bringing on board again? Apart from this Airbus, they were no de baby.
So for now, if the Pandora box say president we knew be with the same blood, then says transactive business.
Very good. It is say no. Look, well, international for the this is a criminal act. You shouldn't have done it.
That's right.
Because some there about conflict of interest.
That's right.
Now, so in our local in Ghana, I'm not sure. Say I'm not sure. Now, so there's a conflict of interest. Ghana. We ours is not as serious as this. Now, so as you say, President Nanado and Niba ambulance case if Ghanaians and journalists wanted to raise it, a certain pedestal, we are sure say President Nanado will allow it to happen. He will not.
No. Because
only Pefe say in terms of criminality, he will find himself as the first culprit. Because as a president, one himself, 2014, 2015, the only company two, and it was not functioning. At the end of it, overruns nina and do $20,000. Now so Uba from 2017 up to today, Uba Tankuma had established companies 42, which is cronus.
Right.
And you are telling me, said this, you are leaving this, and you are concentrating on an Airbus. Airbus are for commission.
The presidency. So when
very
you
good.
Follow.
Yes. Now, so I'm so happy. Say, further action OSP can see. The special prosecutor has directed the closure of the Office of Special Prosecution Investigation into alleged bribery of higher-ranking Ghanaian official by Airbus SE through intermediaries in respect of the sale of military transport aircraft by Airbus SE to the Republic of Ghana between 2009 and 2015. The OSP would not institute criminal proceedings against any person in respect of this investigation. The special prosecutor has also directed authorized officers of the OSP to rescind the 13th May 2020 warrant of arrest obtained from the Circuit Court, Accra, for the arrest of Samuel Adam Foster and they can. On 8 August 2020, the special prosecutor notified Interpol. So this shows clearly.
So it has been vindicated, exonerated. May I say,
and it's as white as snow.
May I say, 11 already out on 92.3. Ivan, for the Akana for Yanko.
Alaska, issues of political corruption, they're very serious. Very, very, very serious. You see, like I said, governance is a human institution. And whichever way you might want to look at it, people within the government will always attempt to circumvent processes and procedures. Sabaya access to do things are unholy. Nema etiamra. So as a nipana, we are president and as a we leader, we top the very moment you compromise yourself by you yourself engaging in corrupt practices in Alaska, you lose the moral locus to be able to control. And I say, Obama nipa mo wan chen no asua bibia free. So the leader at the top no, you can be corrupt.
Okay.
You can be morally, your friends are upright. And I say who engage in staff and be na yete ho enei. Nti just imagine say as minister bi akọ wi akokọ. Akuffo Addo bekọ akọ gina ha ka chense na adenti na wi akokọ. Because the president no ankasa has been fingered in a lot of corrupt allegations in the
so he who seek equity
must come.
Right.
What I say? So at the top, at the pinnacle of power, now what you must appear to the people. I'm for hope and confidence. Hey, idea to the idea. President, the baby. So issues are related to president, vice president, like this. It is proper. See a investigation, just like it has been done. Alaska Maka, Chrome Hayetano. Obian ho brom raso.
That's right.
So we are Akuffo Addo, we are John Mahama, we are wine. Obian ho brom raso. Say your mouth to me at some point here, you to me now, say bra. Lead charge. Harness the potentials and the talent of one form. Now you realize the higher vision of mine or leadership. I know.
That's right.
You come to harness the potential and one form. One person cannot lead a country, and now one person to meet your mind. You have to rely on the collective potential of the people. What put it to good use? Obi oha awahode o nyansa ba oni purpose. So such people you need to give them purpose. Obi oha purpose o ni nyansa. Kwanya obafa so ono so betim ni nim dia aba. That is what you do. But when you compromise yourself, but one kasa no o ye galamse sika na wo pa. Alaska, you lose sight on the bigger picture. This whole bro ya say menya ti ase me catch say me ko we run na me ba me ti say special prosecutor ya press conference at this crucial time ya we are going to elections wa clear President Mahama say or you free no never be na committee say then what is happening because as overbearing as these people can be, even if they have evidence, Kura say Mahama and you're guilty in this particular way. And looking at how these people over the years, are capitalizing on this particular thing. Why this time?
Okay.
A special prosecutor Betimenya Kukudura Bejina have a press conference say, your investigation now we clearing the person, which is a huge political capital going into the elections. Yeah. So the question is, why will he do that at this time?
Where the country is going?
Actually, say we did know something is not going right.
Charlie, what raise issue?
That is what I'm from pay attention to. Because Alaska be campaign season
that's right.
Everything comes with political capital. So the course of back and forth why this crucial time? Are you going to election? Give that person a lot of political currency. Because I'm a catch it up. And truly, he has been cleared by this person. So maybe something is going on within between the special prosecutor and then the government. Because and government will not take it lightly. So and I've seen a lot of backlash from MPP officially.
That's right.
Issue statement.
Yes.
So actually say a lot course behind the scenes. Maybe you as a journalist you need to delve in and then. But that's guy you see Adebakwa Mahama lose election 2016 he said something said posterity will judge him. And menim so kan kwa so any day but that's appears as posterity the judge na anka. Kwa Alaska it does appear said the very people who sought to destroy him no sa nkrofo na omo aye de ombeye bia to wash him.
That's right. Woman now, woman saying.
Yes.
I be woman no more.
They are the very people because Mahama is popular today because of Akuffo Addo.
That's right.
Oh yes, because I keep telling people that Mahama was done in 2016 when he lost the election as president. Looking at the margin and everything, no, he as a person, I'm not sure he had any plan of ever coming back.
Right.
Because 2016, look at the message, look at Akuffo Addo, the euphoria, the energy, middle class people within academia, as for people are ordinary, or politics crowd were chanting. Alaska, and people felt Akuffo Addo who is Subida. So Bahama chapter in Ghana politics was done in 2016. But when Akuffo Addo came, and also see a good nimasi to the stand, now people and the papa is here and treating you. That is why the last time I had an interview with Dr. Ren, and I make a chance that going into this election, there is something that is in favor of Mahama Obiani, and that is goodwill. Because right. The guy was president. He was insulted, bastardized, did everything. The guy who took over from him came and he messed things up. So ordinarily he becomes the default this thing, whether you like it or not. What has happened Americano? So Akuffo Addo problem na Americano. And somehow Alaska. Obi a saw minor see watching the opponent to the sense I could do a pointer. I never acquire Trump card, the engineers for your campaign Tiana. At this point going to the election, you know. Then the government comes out officially to clear the person. And this all kinds of posterity by Jajina. That posterity has indeed come to judge him.
Wow.
And Alaska, you see, Medabia Mekan, Obian who are Bromraso. So we are Mahama, we are Wine, we are Akuffo Addo, we are Bromra. But Alaska, we cannot also, Yanyan is a politics, can I end Yanchicha man for Guinean fans, some go also. You don't do that. Oh, yes, sir, people lose trust in institutions of state. And the very moment public trust and confidence within institutions of state, be shaky, you know. You lose your mind, you know, because this is not the first time. My real say, ato forcing issue hereby the same stage na the satay giddy. At some point, the AG himself, or the chief prosecutor, and Kasati Jinaye, behind the scenes, you know, all maneuver things, engineering things, just to ensure say ato forcing will go to jail. But me. Say, Papa na ye nema what to for Ghana sky indeed, and you have evidence to jail him. Obian Hobaka said, do it right.
That's right.
So when he goes to jail, people will say, Nebonia Odi, you want to and wenya. And nobody will pop up, say, or bed them become a can. Mr. Me Papa na yo can now din some hunu. Now your mind bomb my sky do quiet, or more over cop. Because evil and as a bonnet, our consequences. Yet he had the idea near my dear goodness, people engaging. That near and consequences be any baby. My catcher said, we a state, you can't show mercy, you can't show weakness. These are two things on mine. The very moment you begin to show these things, that on mine is done.
It's done. That's
when
right.
You begin to show mercy, oh, young fan channel, you know, mouse the nubi, Yenuana, member, Nahana Casa on some the boy. And now say, you show weakness, Alaska, you are dead. So always and always, you know, we need to do those things. But when you know, say, Adia Media Alaska, and you're not correct. By a political witch hunting, yan say ni yan fan tono so na se for no there will be a fallback.
That's right.
A back and forth father e corner koko wie say ya nipa be hu say ade na wo ye no one yet with good of intention. So they deal what be hoping say aban na ade na wo ye no wo ye because among for this you ya can e be a time you waste ye and doing this fishing expedition. Because we are fishing on the desert. Because that was exactly what they were doing. Because from the beginning, the news said, oh, this they were amount to nothing. There are other individuals, cases that ever have pay attention to, and a coma. Can they Ghana young fast for him? But they were engaging in fishing expedition because of political capital being free. And then they are baby. And again, the ingenuity and the insincerity in this so-called fight against corruption, you know, is quite apparent. Because like I said, the easiest thing to do is to prosecute your political opponent.
Exactly.
The easiest thing to do, be able to me, the raw deal comes when people within your own government engages in some of these things. Now, what to me? Sorry,
you crack the whip.
You crack the whip. That is an leadership. Now, Okraba, your friends say, or rival bar, or Borana wouldn't tell us, say, come on. Now, one can say, dear, no. And you see, in recent years, if it is about political allegation, you be. Because my culture say, there was a time Akuffo Addo made a very reckless statement, say, we are Ghanaian, say, oh, evidence, say, the ministers no be disika for evidence bra asem we am kwara asem me na me nko for evidence bra Alaska politics na ye no the state machinery resources everything has been given to you now free say ho na ye fa chen obi antia na ye fa obi an ho fa de oman ya jafade aso no sanka free say Akuffo Addo na de be she nta maybe say a question yes or no yes say ye obi an ho fa na nka ye de oman ya jafade be she nta nka Akuffo Addo na de be she nta
beauty lies in the eyes of the
Alaska enti enya ho fa because at some point Ghana for nya believe no hope e wo mu and ye the resources ni nyina ma say assemble. Your job is to commit this resource amount, do proper investigation at the preliminary stage, establish merit or otherwise.
That's right.
Say now me na meti baby am abom ordinary investigation who say something is wrong somewhere. And me can't throw our resources to go and do investigation. What's mean for evidence? Man, I'm more evidence I come back. And till date, individuals are more engaged in near say we asin kia prosecutor omo ya ja obi na see leader power $1 million gunim pass na uja no na ko ka say Mahama Airbus na at the end of the day ade bia mfirimu ama will people take you serious will people take you serious
no
when the same special prosecutor na dally around this whole thing at some point aban ka kire say eye sisira na pa nya hwe na special prosecutor akle no special prosecutor came and says madam nyankle no
that's right
the same special prosecutor the same special prosecutor comes back to tell them, me class leader pa baby ya. Na baby na me kono. Na me finger, your friend is saying money laundering. And me trauma almost said they should go ahead and investigate. Almost kan sankra no pe and almost come akwaya.
Yoko.
Hatchetman. Yoko. Na Yoko so dan come eko bisa attorney general. Wena. Special prosecutor they are regarding the Cecilia Dapa case and he advised them to stop.
That's right.
Then the guy goes on radio and tells her on my investigation nothing came out of it. So when state institutions and people at a powerful position yes I never way in Alaska at the end of the day so for NDC now opposition party now prosecuting now do you think people will take you serious?
No,
because Nema why what discredit and people know so you are doing this thing for mischievous reasons and also for mischievous cause. What for being in the past ni nyina nkan kwasi ye. Enti say wo ya ade na free say nipa no genuinely no waye bone a. You will not be doing some of these things. But Enam say a political capital to them everything is politics. And na Akuffo we ya bayi. Na nam ka say nipa onim nyansa no. Na dwen say oyo obi. But who said your name mo ye nyina end up washing Mahama. And today uno amugina ha you see clear the difference. Because of the incompetence and the recklessness of Akuffo Addo, goodwill at shifted to Mahama's favor. And a big currency for him going into the elections, whether you like it or not.
But what raises the issue?
Yes.
If you look at the Ejapa document in 2020, it was one of almost strong campaign message.
Yes.
And 2024, we know Nanado Ankasa Churo Ediaba ready.